of our followers, all of our patrons, all those that help. Thank you and God bless. Because we would not be here where we are today without them.
As you always say, teamwork makes the dream work, and it really does take everyone pitching in to do all the things that need to happen here.
Yes, it does. So let's bring up this and then we'll do this. There we are. No, I can't do that. I got to do that. Okay. All right, folks. Remember, it's the holidays. It's tough. Brothers and sisters, don't give up here, okay? This season is challenging. I know it is. Just don't quit. Remember, 988, press 1. Everybody else, even my brothers and sisters, check your vet. Remember, a text is good. A phone call is better. But face-to-face is the best way you can do this. Become a patron, okay? You're bringing hope to heroes. You're saving veterans' lives. Our outreach programs, facilities is what you're supporting. Remember, no leader has or ever will receive a salary. When you become a patron, you earn the right to come to any event we sponsor, any facility, and see where your dollar goes. This is what you're supporting right here. Our outreach program. Y'all know we do that fellowship breakfast the first Wednesday of the month, right? Well, I am proud to report we closed down 2024. 485 veterans got fellowship, support, and a free meal.
Woohoo! That's awesome!
Just think what that is going to be next year. Forward operating base rush. As I keep saying, folks, this is the first facility. To put one of these in every state is going to take a bunch of help. We've been pushing and pushing patrons, right, to be all set for January 1st. 88 more are needed. Our reoccurring donations from our patrons as of this morning was $222 a month coming in. Our reoccurring cost every month just to operate at what we're doing now, and then, look, I want to do more, but that's $2,200 every month that goes out. I don't know how much longer we can keep, but I'm not quitting. God blesses us every month with Debbie Hayeses and to people that come up at the last second. But this is where that $22 a month comes in. It lets us take those special blessings and actually move the mission forward instead of just trying to sustain it. Here it is, our next one, January 1st, 2025. Come break bread with heroes. Right? Everybody's welcome. Veterans eat for free. You may have the voice that saves a veteran's life. We want to expand it to forward operating base rush, but we need more volunteers and more patrons to do that. Don't forget, no leader has ever or will receive a salary. You do earn the right to visit any event or facility we sponsor, our goal is 90% for hope, 10% for needs. Like, follow, share, subscribe this, tell your friends. Tune in here on Mondays, because that is how this mission grows. If you have a message or a product that benefits a veteran, reach out. Monday at projectiheard.org. Get booked on the show. In fact, a good brother of mine from a very outstanding organization, and it's taken some time to get him here. Sue, bring in our guest.
Excellent. I am so pleased to have John Kerkhoff joining us. Come on in. How are you?
How are you guys? Thank you for having me on. It is a privilege and an honor.
So glad to have you here. Now, I know you have a wonderful organization that you are part of, that you represent. Can you tell us about that organization?
Yeah, so my company is Frago 22. We're out there trying to really help employers and veterans associate with each other in the workforce, get back into the community, get back into society, right? It's a big transition. Most people who join the military join right out of high school. They join really young. So the bulk of their adult life has been in the military. So now we're trying to get them reintegrated into society. But there's more to it than that, right? We also cater to those homeless veterans, those veterans who have special needs, those veterans who have a different walk than the normal person. We want to take care of them. We want to make sure they get resources they need, earn, and deserve. Right. So we're out there advocating for that. We're building communities, and really big fan of Project Die Hard. We support it. We love it. And, just great to be here and help and guide to our left and our right,
Excellent. And so I got to ask the question then, where are you located?
So I am out of Virginia, just right outside of Fredericksburg. I do a lot of my work there, but I actually bounce around a lot. I have been to Fort Campbell a few times lately, been down to Fort Bragg, Fort Liberty now, Fort Moore, Fort Cavazos. So I'm definitely out and about in the communities from home station, where we're calling it Fredericksburg, Virginia.
Excellent. So, and when you're reaching out to individuals, how does that look? What does that look like? Do people find you, or do you get referred to people?
So it's a little bit of both, actually. I go to a lot of the TAP offices at the different installations so I can touch the veterans who are transitioning out. I want to capture them, help them with that smooth transition so they don't hit those heartbreaks, they don't hit those spots. But I'm also getting referred by those same veterans who go to jobs and careers, and then they introduce me to their businesses, and I help the business on the other and retain these veterans to train them, to coach them, to mentor them, to show them what success looks like. So it becomes a bridging the gap, if you will, and marrying corporate culture with veteran culture and really just enhancing everyone. And then with that, I'm super excited to announce that, I'm part of things like Land of the Brave, the Beat to Our Drum, and other communities that are there to support and end veteran homelessness, very similar to what you guys are doing here, really to make that impact. And really, the goal is to never, ever need those facilities again, because we fixed the problem that veterans won't go homeless anyway.
Excellent. So I am seeing a lot of possibilities here with connecting points between with what Project Die Hard does and with what you do. I am super excited to explore where we can all take this.
I can see right now where
Absolutely.
this goes. Okay. He's out there on the bases, out there working, right? Just like all those organizations that I talk to that take veterans hunting and fishing and all that. Love what they do. But what happens Monday morning when you drop them back off into their life? People ask me all the time, where do we get our veterans? I got a waiting list for our first facility. I got a huge list of veterans that just need that cushion. Because remember, we're not here to, brothers, sisters, you come to us, you're working, okay? If you're not improving, if you're not putting in the work, I'm sorry, somebody's there to take your place. I hate to be that guy, but I gotta be. I mean,
So John, I gotta ask us too. How long have you been doing what you do?
So I am just over the year mark. September, I hit my first official year out and about doing this, and it has been an amazing year, right? It's been a very stressful year, but it's been a very blessed year. And I would be remiss if I didn't say that, especially because how fast we took off. We made huge strides here in Virginia, in Nevada, in Texas, in Tennessee, and in Calgary, Canada. Believe it or not, a handful of female veterans up there have been taking care of it. So it's just been 100 miles an hour, and I've loved every minute of it, especially when a veteran gets the resources and the help they so desperately need and deserve.
see, folks, we even work with people up in Canada. The Disability Channel is out of Canada, bringing their programs to our facilities. Why? Because they are the best programs. Just like John's programs. He does the best work in his field. That's why we want to marry up with him. Before the show, we were talking. There's no one organization that can do it all. Okay? Why should Project Diehard have to worry about what he does when I can say, here, brother, here, sister, here's the guy you need to contact. You need a job? Here's the guy. Okay? That's how it works. He, in turn, I guarantee, when he finds that veteran that, oh my, I don't know where I'm going when I'm leaving this base. Well, guess what? I got this place where you can go for up to a year with your family, no less, and work. We're here right side by side you. But they're going to give you this safe, secure place. You don't got to worry about a meals coming from. You don't got to worry about an electric bill, a water bill, anything of that. Boom. That's a match made in heaven as far as I'm concerned.
Absolutely.
So tell me a little bit about
That's what we want.
For sure. And I was just going to ask, tell us a little bit about how you got started doing this. What spurred this organization to be formed?
So it actually started because I left the military. I picked up a corporate job like most people leaving the military. And I realized the shortfalls and the struggles I was having assimilated back into a civilian life, a corporate life. But also I was getting calls from my old soldiers who were going through their transition phases as well. And they were having the same issues. And, you know, it's easy to say, oh, it's just my one company that's having this struggle. But when I'm branching out and talking to other people with other companies and other trades and other fields, and it's the common denominator is that gap. I knew something had to be done. And then what really struck the chord is when I'm driving through Fredericksburg and I see homeless veterans and they're waiting at the VA. I went to VA and they couldn't get services. Or when the VA tells me that they can't refer me for another year for mental health services. Like, that's the wrong answer, and change. Somebody had to step up and do it. I was fortunate and blessed to have meet, such great people who were on that front line. And I jumped in and said, all right, time to roll up the sleeves. Let's get to work.
Again, this is why I love this brother. He has the same viewpoint as me. You don't talk about it. We can talk about it till we're blue in the face. Do something. Our niche is facilities. Other nonprofits bring their programs to our facilities at no cost to them. That means their programs grow. More veterans get help. Better help. I don't know what else. Sister, I've been doing this since 2018. John, where were you when right up across the river, we have this big casino, right? And one of their guys came to me during one of our breakfasts and said, I'm having trouble hiring veterans. I'm like, okay. So what position are you looking for? He goes, dealers, slot guys, people on the floor. So I said, now I could be wrong here, but you want to take a veteran, stick him into a place with no windows, very confusing, lots of popping noises and flashing lights, and you think that's going to work out? I'm a realist, brother. I was like, look, dude, if you would, I can find you 10 dudes right now that'll be gladly sip in those little bubbles and watch people all day long. They'll be really good at it. Well, I don't need those guys. I don't know how to help you.
Yep, it's about a perspective. It's about understanding what it means to live that life, and then how to, again, properly bring them back in and assimilate them, and working with our vets and our non-vets, right? Because those guys have to get along as well, those guys and girls, and it's very important that they understand each other's nuances. Because we know, as vets, we get pretty salty. We'll say salty.
Yeah, we'll say salty. Oh, trust me, there are times, Sue, her husband, great team members of mine, love them to death. There are times when we're having our big powwows that a few of us have to go, okay, time out. This is what this abbreviation means. Mm-hmm. Because they both go, what was that? Like,
and
I don't know how many times I've had to explain what a forward operating base is. Mm-hmm. For veterans, you know exactly what a FOB is, right?
Yep. Hot
food, showers, safe place to lay your head, right?
Mm-hmm.
Civilians, not so much.
Need that little bit of a glossary of terminology.
Yep. No, I get it, but
there's a reason.
Part of the reason I chose Frago as the name. Part of the reason I chose Frago as a name was because it is a very militarist name. Those in the military who have dealt with any kind of orders know what a Frago is. For the civilians, what's a Frago? Glad you asked. Let me help you up here.
Let me explain.
Yep.
Susan, do you know what a Frago is?
Nope. I'm about to find out, I hope.
I throw them to you all the time.
Oh, really?
Right? Yeah. We got the big master plan, right?
Mm-hmm.
Boom, this shows up. Frago. It's it's an offshoot. It's those little things that,
Literally,
hey,
the
this
change
changed.
to the mission.
Awesome. And that makes so much sense. That's one of those ones, and it makes so much sense.
Mm-hmm.
I love how you named your organization. That's perfect.
Yeah. Like, I don't know how many times I got to say, folks, we have the plan. God gave it. We got the plan, right? But I'm a realist here. I know when the first bullet's fired, all plans go out the window. I know this by experience. Be fluid. That's the whole key here. Yeah.
So with Frago 22, then, okay, obviously, so I think I've got a good hint as to why you got the number on there. You want to, for those who aren't familiar, can you explain that?
So we have a big stigma in the veteran community, the military community, right? The suicides, up to 22 suicides a day, every day, across the veteran organization, regardless when they served, regardless of the era. It's haunting. There's a stigma that's there, and we have to end this. People battling these problems, they're demons alone, right? We're not alone. We just need to come back together, community, and we got to support each other. And one is too many, and we got to put an end to it.
Again, yeah, brother. I wish it was 22 a day. I really do. I know it's more because we don't get a true number.
Mm-hmm.
To those haters that hate me with the numbers I put out, John just said it. One is too many. If I got to report one, everything is for naught. Hence our Check the Vet program. Okay? Susan came up with that hashtag. Susan came up with that. Check your vet. Then it took the whole team coming together to go, okay, how do we check our vet?
Mm-hmm.
She'll be back.
And actually, that's very important, especially this time of year, right? We're talking just in society as a whole. The holidays are actually a very depressing time for a lot of people. You start adding it into the veteran community, and maybe there were some botched missions during deployments around this time of year, right? So you start compiling and dominoing those problems, that hardship, those issues, those demons. So yeah, definitely this time of year, this season, you really need to check the vet. And I love what your message said. In person is the best. I 100% agree with that, because you are not going to get anything better than in person. You're reading body language, you're seeing them face to face. You can hug them, you can touch. You are actually physically present and there, and there's nothing more powerful than that.
Again, this is why we tell everybody, look, a text message, great. Yeah, okay. Phone call, that's even better, right? But yeah, that face-to-face thing. I'm so amazed at our fellowship breakfast. 485 this year, right? I know there are veterans that come to that fellowship breakfast, and I swear that's what keeps them going every month, is looking forward to that breakfast.
We need something. Everybody needs something to look forward to. And if that's what it is, that's why we're doing it. That's amazing.
The spark hope.
Yeah,
right
that's it. That's, and again, brother, I'm sure you hear it too. All those people that, if you do this, or why don't you do this, or why don't you do this? No.
Yeah, I'm with you on that. It's easy to tell people that why don't you and ask those questions? Well, hey, I'm already doing something. Why don't you do it? If you got the time for it and you've got the idea, that's the part, right? If you have the idea, run with it. That's what I did. I know that's what you did. And that's all it takes. You just got to just go, just run with it.
Again, brother, all I ask of anybody that volunteers with our mission is if you take on a task, keep the team informed and ask if you need help. But besides that, that's your ball and game. Like Sue, my whole team, I trust them. They're the ones that set meetings for me. If I got to get involved with an interaction, usually that doesn't work out too well. It usually doesn't. Okay. John here, as the founder and president, we're the ones that have these little sidebars and right. And he has people that work with my people. If I got to call John because Susan's having a problem with one of his people, things don't work out well. Okay.
Nope.
I can guarantee that. I can guarantee that's going to be on the same thing on both sides of the fence. If John calls me and says, hey, we sent a veteran to this person and they haven't heard anything, God forbid. That's like we're never going to hand off a veteran of here, call this number. We won't do that. We believe in right seat rides, warm handoffs of, hey, this is so-and-so, meet so-and-so. You have this need. This is the person that's going to help you. Why will I send him to John? Because I've known John for years. I know John, what John stands for. I know his standards. When I send somebody to John, I know they're going to be taken care of. Pretty simple.
And it works
And
both
if somebody
ways, right?
wants
Because
to
that's
reach out,
that mutually supporting thing.
if somebody wants to find out more about Frago 22, how would they do that?
Oh, great question. The two best ways you can find on LinkedIn. I do a lot of stuff on LinkedIn, posting, talking about different missions, what we're doing, but also my website, frago22.com. So for those who can see it, frago22.com, and anything you need, there's a form you can fill out there. If you need additional info, you want resources, become a partner. Maybe you're a business, right? There's many ways to get involved with us, and that's just the tip of the iceberg. We start diving into our nonprofit side of the house and our veteran homestead communities for the homeless veterans. Man, get ready because it's going to be a lot, and I'm putting you to work.
Again, same thing with us folks. Our community support programs, right? It's taken a few years, but we got it locked in. Are you a ministry partner? You pray for us, share our mission, volunteer? Are you a resource partner? Share our mission, bring your programs to our facilities? Are you a mission supplier? Do you have a product that can help our mission grow? Right? Or are you a facility supplier? Do you have a product that directly affects one of our facilities, i.e. Maxwell Soaps, veteran-owned company? You can find them on our website. You order bars of soap. For every 5 bars of soaps bought, they send us a bar of soap for our facilities. Win-win. We don't pay for soap. you're supporting a veteran-owned business. Third Day Coffee Seguin, veteran-owned. Same thing. You buy X amount, we get free coffee.
Win-win.
Win for
That's
everyone.
perfect. Yeah. So easy. So whoever's listening to this, think about where you would fit into that kind of scenario. What do you bring to the table that is a win-win solution? Because we need volunteers. We need more partnerships like that. That's what's going to make all of us thrive.
Yeah. Again, folks.
Absolutely.
I've been putting it out. We've been putting it out there. Hope Stock 2025 will be happening. I'm looking for an event committee to take that lead. Okay? We got the contacts. I need somebody to step up and say, I got Hope Stock. Again.
That's the last weekend in July. So mark your calendars now. Block that weekend off. Last weekend in July at Fob Rush.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Brother, if you travel, if you've gone to Campbell, you can come up a little bit further. If you're around on the first Wednesday of the month, you hit the breakfast with us.
Yeah, I'll see if I am. I actually think I'll be at Fort Bragg this first of the month. Well, for January, but February will be on the horizon, and March as well. So next time I'm up at Campbell, I'll definitely will do everything I can to try to swing up there. I looked into it this last time, but I just got so slammed that I just couldn't do it.
Oh, brother, I got it. Look, we're all busy. I got a lot of people. Look, guys, it's an open invitation. Somebody said, "Oh, I don't." Well, yeah, wait. It was the mayor of Paducah. We've been inviting him for 6 months. New mayor, right? Hey, come break bread with us. Every month, last minute thing. He goes, "I'm so sorry." I'm like, "Look, brother, we do it every month. You're going to show up. You're going to show up. You're not. You're not." Is that wrong of me? You're thinking that way?
Maybe more of us need to say, hey, come on, send that invite. The more times he sees it, the more I'll be like, oh, yeah, I got to get there.
And sometimes it's all it takes, though.
Again, people, if you ever want to tour a forward operating base rush, reach out to us. Reach out. I will make the time to give you the tour of forward operating base rush. I have nothing to hide. I'll show you where we're at, what we're doing. Before the show, we were talking. I'm going to put it out there again. If you have a ministry or resource, you have a program, something that benefits veterans, and you need a venue, come use forward operating base rush.
People need to get their eyeballs on the place to see all the things happening there and see all the potential. There's so much.
But again, it's open to in-person events.
Mm-hmm.
Come use the kitchen. Come use the day room. Come use the gathering room. It took us 3 years, but we got the handicap bathroom. It took us 3 years, but we got the bathroom situation done. So now we can hold in-person events.
And you got the kitchen approved. The kitchen is available to be used for events. There's a lot going on that can be happening there now. So I'm excited to see it getting used more and more, and hope that by the end of 2025 that there's a big cycle of different groups coming on a regular basis to the site there.
And the fact that you have a kitchen is huge. Like, many places don't have a kitchen, so to have a kitchen that you can utilize for events is that's a game changer. That's what you want. Better than MREs.
Well, again, at our breakfast, our ministry partners here locally come and break bread with us, right? Mm-hmm. And Pastor Brad, great guy, we sit and we chat, and he goes, and this is great what you're doing, but you could save money. We could hold this event at our church. I'm like, yeah, brother, I know. Here's the issue. I got brothers and sisters that won't go near a church.
Got to take all the factors into account.
Yep, and that makes a difference. Just like I work with some veterans who won't go near a VA, a government facility. Just it's their thing, right? And not to say that's good or bad. It is what it is. They're people, and they deserve that same respect to have their wishes and their needs met.
Again, that's why we don't take government funding. Because I don't need that red tape. I don't need those rules. Oh, you can treat this, but not treat that. This is a recognized therapy. What the hell's a recognized therapy?
I have no.
So, well, one thing I love to hear about are success stories. John, I'm curious, with those that you've worked with so far, do you have any stories that you could share with us of success that you found with those that you've worked with?
So I'll give both sides of the house. I actually give three sides of the house. So on the veteran side, we're well over 200 veterans that we have helped place in jobs. And out of those 200, 191 of them have stayed beyond the 1.5 year mark. So for anyone who knows, your average veteran, 85% of veterans leave their first job within the first year. So the fact that I'm shooting a 97.8% rate right now is huge. So we got that going on. Now I'm going to flip it to the business side. We helped 2 IT companies with their veteran programs and bringing veterans in. And guess what? Those 2 companies each have saved over $300,000 in 2024 in lost costs that they were having from that turnover rate. So I've helped 2 businesses now save a whole lot of money, stop losing their veterans. I've also helped veterans keep jobs they actually enjoy, they feel valued, they're growing. And we got those women veterans up in Canada who are now going to be housed in their houses. They're taken care of. They're off the street. We're hoping to break some ground here in Nevada and Virginia for that. So when I say 3 sides, we've got a lot going on. It's holistic. It's everyone. It's not one, it's not the other. It's all. We're all in this together.
Again, brother, that's something I try to go for our mission suppliers, right? Hey, IT companies, you want veteran employees, right? We have partnered with Southern Illinois University. Let's talk. What do you need? What can our veterans that are living here for a year do? What do you need to get them into the IT field? Pretty simple. Mm-hmm. Because when they leave us and John places them at a job, we're going to take that to 99%, brother. At least with Project Die Hard veterans going into the job force. You see, this is how it works.
That's how it should work.
Come
too,
on,
right?
Sue.
That all supporting.
It should.
Yeah.
We all support one another.
So I should ask then, as far as with us, even so with our support, your direction, with what we're doing with getting the word out about what you do, what is your biggest need with your organization right now?
My biggest thing is just getting that word out, getting these veterans, getting in contact with them and spreading that word. I could always use more manpower and resources and marketers and all that, but word of mouth is the best, right? When a veteran shares their success story, when a business shares their success story, that's the proof in the pudding. That's where rubber meets the road. And really, I implore them, I implore the same people, get involved and reach out to those veterans in their little circle they could help, right? And you see the dramatic effects. In fact, I'm going to blast a few people out real quick from PG&E, the Pacific Gas and Electric out of California. Mike Barnum specifically, he's doing amazing things with the Veterans ERG group. And you want to see how veterans can help veterans, but also make a big impact on the community. That's the man you need to be watching right there. Those of you who don't know Michael Hemmer, owner of Aerial Recycle Coffee, if you're not seeing what he's doing on social media, he is making impacts in the veteran community that also benefit the regular community as a whole. So great people to watch, great things you need to see, because that's how you do it.
Again, folks, this is it. Share our mission. We share yours. We all work together. We all prosper. Okay? As I tell my team every week, God has the person out there that can cut the check to fully fund forward operating base Rush. And then once that facility is built, the rest is going to be easy after that first one is built. Okay. That person just doesn't know of us yet. And I'm sticking to my guns. I do not pay for advertising. I would much rather buy a veteran a breakfast than pay for advertising.
Agreed.
But this is how we work together, folks. It's God. If there's 40,000 veteran nonprofits out there, if we all work together, imagine what we could do.
Are there other veteran nonprofits that you work with what you're doing, John? Or are you mostly working? I know you have a very specific thing that you guys do functionally, but are you partnered with others currently?
So obviously I'm getting partnered and involved with the Project Die Hard. So yes, there are others. A lot of what I do, especially when I'm sourcing out for these veteran communities, I 100% target veteran-owned businesses, or whether it be my logistics, my supplies, my material, my construction sites, right? I always look for the veteran-owned and operated businesses first. And then from there, it's just we'll start pushing out, we'll start going. And so, I mean, you heard it. I'm doing work with PG&E, I'm doing work with Intel out in Arizona. And so it's just doesn't have to be, but I prefer to work with the veterans first, because it's veterans supporting veterans, and it's really putting out those values.
When you go to our website, guys, and you look at our community support, right? This is just my little thing. I throw that tag under it that I tell my people, make sure they know they're veteran owned.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I don't know why I would do that, but would I much rather deal with veteran-owned companies? You bet your sweet Bippy. But I'm going to take help where help comes from. I'm not going to sugarcoat it, folks. If I said it once, I said it 1,000 times, and I'll say it again. God will never leave this mission. Don't ask. We will never use the suffering of veterans for profit, and there's no drugs or alcohol allowed within Project Die Hard. Those are the rules. If you can work in them, join the team.
Well, I know we talked a little bit about Hope Stock coming up next summer. I'm curious, John, with what you're all doing with your organization, if there's connecting points that we can bring in to make it bigger and better, and to bring what you do to light with those that attend as well.
Well,
Because I'm not sure, how familiar are you with Hope Stock? Actually, I know Brian brought it up, but I'm not sure if you know what it all is.
I'm not fully versed in it, so please excuse me here, my ignorance. But
we will get him spooled up with Hope Stock. Okay. Yeah. Look, guys, he's already said he wants to join us. Now we let his people, my people, work together. We figured all that out, and then we move on to do great big things. Yes, I can tell you right now, Sue, we need to make sure John gets plugged in with 10th Mountain Recruiting.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. They could be a good asset to him as they are to us. And when we get them working together and they're both helping us, then we all prosper, and the veterans that come live with us get the best services that can be there.
I love it. And that's what it takes.
Love
That
it.
takes all of us working together. And when those connections can come together, that's a win. We're talking win-win earlier, right?
Yeah, that's when the magic happens.
That's when the magic happens. And actually, speaking of magic, I see another face in the background here that I think I got to bring on in. My better half has made his way in. So, Kurt, come on. How you doing tonight?
Kurt.
Oh, reaching for that mute button. There we go.
There we go. We got the microphone working. So, yeah, I enjoy coming in and seeing the teamwork making the dream work. And now I can kind of come in as the podcast disrupt, what I can do to get this thing taking other twists and turns. But John, it sounds very positive here. I'm hearing echoes of something you must have said earlier before I came on, that you're kind of on board. You like what Project Die Hard is doing. You like this mission of spreading hope to veterans and saving the lives of veterans. And yeah, I've been on board this with Project Die Hard for 2 years, and it's been an amazing journey, and just really optimistic what we're going to be able to do before the year ends, and racing right on into the year. Right away in January, we have a New Year's Day press conference and everything. And so what we say on New Year's Day is going to be predicated what we get done in the next 3 weeks. So whatever you can do, John, to be a part of that, I'm here for you. I like to give out my phone number that you, John, well, you've been in touch with me already, but for our viewing, listening audience, 262-372-1754. And John and I have been exchanging emails as well. Kurt at projectdiehard.org. And we're open for business, and, you know, we're here to do big things. We got new contributions that have come onto the table, and new things right within this podcast developing. This is something where we're on it all day long, every day, because we got to have that net open. If that fish is out there, we're going to have the net to bring in the fish. We're fishing. We're fishing for resources, partners, contributors, people who will pray for us, you know, the whole gamut, growing our social media, you know, old media, new media. You know, we're going out there all day long, every day, finding every favor this, because, you know, you never know what'll save the life of a veteran. So if there's the possibility in that, we're going to put our time and resources to it. Here we go.
Absolutely. Any way to help a veteran, even one, right? We got to do it. We owe it to them, and they've earned it. They've earned that right, that respect, and definitely love it. And like I said, that's why I'm excited to be a part of this, be getting involved with you guys, and just sharing what I can do to help push your mission along. Because when your mission succeeds, mine's already succeeded. So it's a win-win right off the bat.
Again, brother, this is how it works. You're going to find the people that need to come to our facilities.
Mm-hmm.
You probably already know of a few that could use a year of safe security. Okay, this is Project Die Hard's part right here.
Mm-hmm.
Team members like this do their part. You see, folks, this is how it works. This is how it works. So, does Project Die Hard? I'm answering one of those questions that come across my feed, right, all the time. Does Project Die Hard do employment? No. Frago 22 does. There you go, folks. See? It's just that simple. I don't need to go and find anybody else for employment. I got 10th Mountain Recruiting that does the executive level. And I got Frago 22 that does everything else. So 10th Mountain and Frago 22 get introduced. They get to talking.
Mm-hmm.
Look, I can leave right now because
we're back to that win-win, right?
No, I'm back to people asking, what is my job?
Mm-hmm.
My job is to protect the integrity of this mission, find Frago 22, find 10th Mountain Recruiting, make sure we're all on the same sheet, and I make sure veterans get the best service they can.
Mm-hmm.
That's my job. Kurt, Sue, Christy, Dave, Ronald, they all do their job. Whether it's grant writing, marketing, podcasting, ministry. Look, folks, reach out. You don't like me? I'm sorry. Well, wait, no, I'm not. You don't got to talk to me. You don't. If you don't want to talk to me, you don't have to.
We're easy to reach too. Susan at projectdiehard.org. Kurt on this side of me at projectdiehard.org. We're easy to reach out to.
Pretty simple.
Mm-hmm. And you know what? If you don't mind me interjecting here, especially because you've been talking about your facilities and your day room, your training area, what better thing than for another veteran-owned business who needs people to help work for them? What better place to not only find those people, but then train those people to be your employees? Now we've won again, because now we're solving a homeless problem. We're employing veterans, and we're putting veterans to work and giving them skills that actually make them successful. Wow. Only making the dream happen.
That's it.
See, folks, it does work. So hypothetically, we could take a veteran who's living on the street, bring them in for a year's worth of safe security, get them trained by a company, through Frago 22, and then they leave us and they have full-time and job placement. I don't know.
Sounds amazing. I love it.
I don't know. It might work.
Yeah, maybe, kind of, sort of, maybe. Heck
Just
yeah.
a little.
Just a little.
Again, I'm going to answer the question. What makes me think I can run a multi-million-dollar nonprofit? I don't. God does, okay? But if you must know, my last deployment, I'm going to say it again, I was responsible for 3,500 lives and over $20 million worth of stuff. I think I got this.
Yep. I love it. Well, and I know we are coming up on the end of our awesome conversation here tonight. We do like to end with everybody giving a word of hope to our veterans out there. And John, with yours, I would ask that you share again how people can find you, reach you, know more about your organization. I'm going to actually go around my clock here. I will start out with Brian with sharing your word of hope, and you're so good at it. You're the guy.
I'm nothing but a sinner saved by grace, okay? But brothers and sisters, do not give up. Don't do it. We're here fighting for you. Trust me, I've been where you're at. I sat there with the 45 in my mouth. I know the dark demons. They can be beat. Don't give up.
Awesome. Thank you, Brian. John, I'm going to pass the baton to you next.
All right. So, hey, you guys are not alone. Don't ever go it alone. Don't do it alone. You always have someone in your corner, whether it's me, whether it's Brian, whether it's Kurt, whether it's any organization out there. You are not alone. Don't do it alone. Don't go out there alone. Reach out, touch someone, right? Just like Brian, I was in that dark spot. The dark demons can be fought off. They will be, especially when you have that support group. So please, you are not alone. You never fight alone. We've never fought alone. And we're going to make sure you are taken care of.
And I'm going to ask you again, though, before you're done, to go ahead, please share again how people can find more about your organization.
Oh, yeah, I guess I kind of watched that part. So definitely reach out to me on LinkedIn, on Facebook, frago22.com. You can look me up directly on LinkedIn, especially John Kerkhoff. I'm easy to find. You'll always see me making jokes about the military and kind of how it assimilates with corporate life and regular life. And we're here to have fun, right? Nothing so serious that it has to end today. So let's just get out there. Let's have fun. Let's take care of each other. And like I said, frago22.com, or find me on LinkedIn or Facebook. And let's go.
Awesome. All right. Thank you so much for being here tonight, John.
Thanks for having me here.
Don't leave. We hang out after the show.
And Kurt, I'm passing the mic your way.
John Kerkhoff, Frago 22. I've known, Brian for over 2 years now, 2 years of doing this, and half of the time we've been coming at you with live streams, podcasts. We always have new things coming into the fold here. A lot of you didn't know John or Frago 22 until this show right here. And we're going to be working on stuff, for tomorrow, all day, every day. We are here for you. Teamwork makes the dream work. Everybody out there, we are your team. So we are ones you can call and text and email and hit us up on social media. This is what we do. We're here for you, and we're here for ourselves too. All the service and everything we're able to do, thanks to the sacrifice and your capacity for service and everything you've done in your life. So we're melding your journey with our journey, and together we can make this work, and we need you. So please hang in there with us. Give us a chance, please. Emily, or at least Sue, over to you, sir.
You're on autopilot now.
Yeah, he is.
Awesome. We are here every Monday night at 6:30 p.m. Central to give all the updates. There's so much going on a weekly basis. Things are happening. There was the breakfast just this last Wednesday. There's so many more things to look forward to. So much good news coming down the road here. 2025 is going to be huge. It's going to be so impactful in so many ways. Be with us. Join us. You're going to find your spot here somewhere. We all have something special, something within us that we can share. I don't know what that is for you. You got to decide for yourself. What does that look like? You have a home here. You have a place here. Please join in. Please reach out. Let us know who you are, where you are, and what we can do together. Again, Project Die Hard Mission Monday update, Monday night, 6:30 p.m. Central. We'll see you next